Hi, happy Friday. So it's Valentine's Day in a couple of days. So I feel like it would be wrong of me to not talk about love. But I don't want to talk about the soppy romantic kind of love. I want to talk to you about unconditional love. And what I mean by unconditional love is that you are choosing to unconditionally love another human, knowing that no human is perfect. Humans are neither good nor bad. It's just their actions that we perceive to be good or bad. And when we choose to unconditionally love another human, it makes us feel good. When we choose unconditional love for ourselves, it makes us feel good. So unconditional love isn't necessarily about condoning other people's behaviour or there not being a consequence for, like if you're dealing with your children, for example, and they're acting up, then as parents, it is our job to teach them how to be respectful and how to behave. So of course there will be consequences to their actions. But those consequences can be followed through from an unconditional love. But this isn't just loving other people. This is about also learning to love yourself. Because we don't look after the things we dislike. We certainly don't look after the things that we hate. So if you're trying to hate yourself thin or you're trying to punish yourself to be fitter, that's never going to feel good. It's never going to be sustainable either. So learning that unconditional love for yourself is also hugely beneficial. Mostly because love doesn't hurt. Frustration, anger, dislike, hate, they don't feel good in our bodies. And when we don't feel good, we don't show up as our best selves. But when you drop into love and you accept that humans are perfectly imperfect, I'm going to choose to love that human regardless of their behaviour, then you get to feel good. And when you feel good, you will be the best version of you. You will show up as your best self. So this has got nothing to do with the other person. This has got to do with you and your thoughts. And simply choosing that love instead of hate feels so much better. And when you choose to unconditionally love yourself, you're probably going to look after yourself a bit more. And even if you just took this to neutral, so I've got a little bit of an exercise I'd like you to try. Just write down all the different thoughts you have about you. And you can do this with other people as well if you like, but start with you. Write down all the different thoughts you have about yourself without judgment, without criticism, without censorship. Just get all those sentences out of your head. And then I just want you to go through those sentences with just a fascination, with just curiosity, and circle only the facts. Circle the things that you could prove in a court of law. Fat, not a fact. Ugly, not a fact. Hate, any other descriptive words, not facts. And what you'll notice is that you actually circle very few words. So when you're talking about yourself, it might be, I'm human, is a fact. I have a body, that's a fact. I am 44, that's a fact. What I make all of that mean? Optional. Completely optional. And if it's not making you feel good about yourself, you won't be looking after yourself. Which then is going to heighten that feeling and those thoughts, because if you're cramming a load of rubbish into your body and you're drinking a load of alcohol and you're spending a load of money and going into debt, that's only increasing that dislike of yourself. It's not decreasing it. And you can't hate your way better. But you can start by just saying to yourself, when you hear those thoughts, so one of my go-to thoughts is, I'm not clever enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not clever enough. So when I think that thought, it doesn't make me, when I believe that thought, it doesn't make me feel good. But when I just go to, no, I'm human, then I can have a bit more compassion for myself. Then I just feel a bit better. So you're not going to be able to jump to I love myself from I hate myself, if that's where you currently are, or from I dislike myself. You're not going to be able to jump to I love myself, but you can just take a little step closer or a little step into neutral. Just go, I am human. I have a body. And just notice how kind of different that makes you feel. And then you can do this with everybody else in your life. If you're noticing that you're feeling frustrated because maybe you're thinking your manager isn't listening to you, they don't understand, my boss should know better, or they should treat me differently. And it could be the same with your partner or your children, anybody in your life. They should something or other. If you're feeling frustrated or you're feeling angry and you're communicating and behaving with that underlying emotion, you're not going to be showing up as the best version of yourself. You're not going to be the best that you could possibly be. So when you just take a pause and just take a step back and you just say to yourself, I have a manager. I have children. I have a husband. That kind of just settles everything down, drops you into neutral. And from there you can decide how you want to show up. From there you can decide, okay, I'm going to choose to unconditionally love this human because it makes me feel good. They don't feel any of your emotions. They don't feel your love. They don't feel your hate. They don't feel your frustrations. They don't feel any of that. It's only you that's experiencing it. And of course, you can continue feeling the frustration and the hate and the irritation, but do you want to? Is that how you want to be in your life? Is that how you want to show up? And if it isn't, you get to decide. And when you choose unconditional love for yourself as well as other people, love never hurts. Love feels good in our body. And when you feel good, you show up as your best self. And you look after yourself. And you'll have more energy and more of everything to give to other people. So this Valentine's Day, why don't you practice a little bit of love towards yourself as well as towards the other imperfect humans in this world? I would love to hear how you get on. Have an amazing weekend.